Here's our 3-step process to turn social media views into sales, as well as the secret weapon to shortcut the whole process and eliminates guesswork for us, our agency clients, as well as our consulting clients. We'll be covering that all in the next few minutes. I've got my list here so that this can be short and sweet, so you can take this, apply it, and see amazing results. Now, the secret weapon that I'm sharing is called the Content Equity Scorecard, which will help you predict which content could become your next 24/7 sales machine, which is ideally what we want all of our content to be doing for our business. It's super simple to use, and it essentially is something that we created for our own clients to be able to walk through themselves and apply it step by step to their business. And like we said, save them time so that they can actually take the guesswork out of the whole social media process. As a matter of fact, how this all started was when I was running 2 businesses and I was super time poor and I didn't have time to be dilly-dallying with my content. This is when I started taking my content creation really seriously and coming up with a system. And so I started asking myself a really simple question, which many of our clients come to us asking: how will I know before I even post what content is going to work best to generate sales? And the answer is it depends. And also it's going to be based off of data, which I'm going to get to in a little bit in this video. So if you're in a similar situation to where I was and to where many of our clients are, and you don't have full-time hours to dedicate to creating content and you just want to know what's going to work predictably and reliably, let me know, because I'm happy to share the Content Equity Scorecard with you. Just drop a line down below this video and I will make sure to send it over to you and also help run through it so that you understand how to apply. A little bit about me: I am a marketing and psychology nerd. So on top of owning my own agency, I also act as the fractional CMO for some of the companies that I'm invested in. One of my hobbies is investing into businesses, small businesses, people with dreams that I really love. And I'm also obsessed with my Frenchies, because that's super important for you to know. What I don't have on here is that in the past 6 years, I've been able to use social media and what it's been able to do for my business to retire my husband from his previous job, to scale my agency to where we're now working with digital creators and also local businesses to help them drive higher ROI from their social media campaigns. We do this through a blend of organic and also paid strategy, which we're seeing is becoming much more important in 2025 and beyond. So the reason I want to share this with you is because a lot of this is developed through the insights that I'm getting across different businesses and industries that allow me to see what are the common threads that actually move the needle for businesses on social media, because you will be posting different content and having different strategies compared to if you were an influencer. Moving on to 2025, what we're seeing is there is a lot of hype around AI right now, flooding our feeds. What this is doing and why you should care is that it is making quality views much harder to obtain on organic social media alone, because AI can actually pump out high quality content in a very short amount of time. Not to mention the rising ad costs and also the decreasing attention spans of customers across the board. This is why now is the time to be doubling down on your social media strategy, no matter what business you run. It's the only thing that's going to help strengthen your brand, increase the trust that your customers have with you, and improve your customer retention is going to be you being on their feeds and everywhere that they look, right? This is why traditionally businesses have paid for billboards. The point is to stay in front of your customers. As a matter of fact, this is the exact reason we were hired last year by a local award-winning real estate company, because they knew that going into 2025, they needed to up their social media game to stay in front of their customers, future, present, and past. And you probably already know this too, because you're likely seeing most of your major competitors dominating your newsfeed today. But the catch is, with social media, the most viral content, the one that gets the most views, doesn't actually drive the most sales. There are a lot of opinions when it comes to what actually makes a social media strategy effective. The answer to this question is going to be dependent on who is asking the question, because we as business owners who work with other business owners, there's only one metric that we focus on, and it is not how many times we're posting a day or how many platforms we're posting on. It's not how many views or likes that we are getting on our posts. It's not even how many leads that we are getting from our socials, especially if we're running ads and those leads are lower intent or not ready to buy just yet or do not ever end up buying. So the only metric that we focus on is revenue. More content does not mean better and higher ROI. More likes does not pay your bills. And more leads in 2025 does not mean more sales. This is super important to understand because whilst there are a lot of strategies, most aren't designed for business owners. Social media gets to be a really beautiful and high ROI opportunity for you to be staying in front of your customers, not so that you're constantly trying to keep up with the trends or creating content that you think others will like without any predictability of whether or not it's actually going to turn into sales for you. So here's how we're going to increase your ROI from your social media. Step one, I want you to audit your content equity. You can use our scorecard, or you can just take a look at the last 20 to 30 posts that you have created and identify which ones have the most sales potential. This way, you know exactly what to replicate in order to continue driving sales. And it also gives you a baseline and a control so that you can test different creatives and test different things on social media against the performance of that piece of content. The ones that have high sales potential will be the ones that you double down on and create moving forward. This is called auditing your equity, because equity is something that you can keep cashing in on or benefiting from for months and years to come. And that's what we want for your social media and the time that you pour into your business. Step two, we're going to create your evergreen sellers. These are the pieces of content that you know will reliably drive sales for you. Ideally, we want 5 to 10 pieces of content or 5 to 10 things that we know will always do this for us. Once we have that data, we can turn it into a 24/7 sales team for your business and get that content in front of your customers so that you stay top of mind and they'll actually be the ones coming to you and asking to work with you, not the other way around. This has been so beneficial for our clients and reduced so much overwhelm when it comes to social media. And I will be upfront and transparent. It does take some volume for you to actually get the data in order to know what these evergreen sellers are. But once you have that, it becomes like clockwork. You know, you post this, you're going to get this many sales. If you know you post this, you're going to get this many sales, right? And that's what we want. Step number 3, we're going to optimize for conversions. This means we're going to be using formats and structures for our content that will best engage our viewers and potential buyers by going back to what I mentioned previously, understanding the buying behavior of your customer so that even your most casual viewers can turn into raving fans. The key thing with social media, you not only have an opportunity to talk to your future customers, but you can also create a mini army of people who love to refer people to you. Just the other day, I referred one of my friends to a local nail salon because, one, I love the service that I get there every single time, and two, they're constantly staying top of mind for me. And so this is why high quality attention on social media is everything. You want to either be getting in front of your future customers or the people who are going to refer you, your future customers. So understand this, your social media strategy is not about making everyone who sees your content buy, but each post is actually giving everyone an opportunity to fall in love with you, your brand, your service, so that even if they can't buy, even if they don't need to buy from you, they're going to find ways to get you customers. And this is super important, as you'll know, because referrals are a sign of a really healthy business. So we focus on this above even aesthetics because, like I said, with AI, aesthetics are super easy to fake, but what can't be faked is your genuineness and what people can feel from your energy. The reason that I'm confident that everything I've talked about today works, on top of the evidence that we have for ourselves and the clients, is that this is not just another tactic. This is not just another go post this piece of content or go and jump on this platform, jump on that trend. Because all of those things, platforms, sounds, reels, carousels, long or short form, these are all questions that are asking about the tactics. Tactics don't last, but strategies do. And ours have lasted over the last decade because it's data driven, which means you can stop the guesswork and focus only on what proves to convert. S, sustainable, which means no more burnout from endless content creation that doesn't move the needle. And L, leverage, content that compounds over time. And yes, I have it in the wrong order, but you get what I mean. So every time you post, you want to be asking, is it data driven? Is it sustainable? And is this leveraged? I like to be super efficient and get my clients results, and that's why we always come back to this frame. We treat our content like mini sales employees. Everything we do should be a stepping stone to an ROI. So, like I promised, if you drop a line below the video, I will send over our content equity scorecard and help you run your current strategy through it to see where you could be leveraging this. This will help you save hours each week because you're going to know what to eliminate and what to double down on. You're going to know what content you need to focus on moving forward to drive more of an ROI. And this will work for any platform, any business, whether it's local or online, whether you have a team or solo. All right, that is all from me today. If you have any questions, pop them down below, or if you want the scorecard, let me know. Otherwise, have a great day and I will see you around. Bye.